Alright guys, this is a setup for candle reading for CW. So I'm putting my protection powder around the edges. The recipe's on my Patreon, you can look it up. Or you can just use salt. That works too. I'm going to keep this area kind of dry right in here. Move it as close. You don't want to have it too close to the candle because you're going to be paying attention to the wax and where it drips. Sorry if I'm yelling. I'm right next to the camera. I'm going to put a little bit of mandrake around. Just kind of liven things up a little bit. Not that we need that around here, but you know, it's good. It's good to have it. A little mandrake here and there. Never hurt anybody. Ha ha ha. Okay, so my reading is for this poppet right here. So if you don't this for a client, you know, the poppet is my client. So I'm just using that because I have an automatic connection to her with this. But you can use a picture, and then you're going to want to write their name on the candle. I'm going to use this candle right here. Got my micro inscriber. I'm going to write her name on here. And then I'm going to write on here what I want to know on the candle itself. Okay, then I'm just gonna. I also have an extra white candle over here burning. That's gonna kind of like be a filter for any outside energies or working with the element of fire. It's good to have the crystals around to pull energy, the element of fire to pull energy, the herbs to pull energy. You want to just put things around your reading that the spirits can pull energy from to answer your questions, okay? Whatever you like to work with. If you like to, sometimes I'll have a glass of water. I had water over here. Just hang on. Where did the water go? I'm going to set right here in my moon water. It's really good to have water for divination too. It's a good element to use. Alright, then this is my my opening oil, and it looks gross, I know, but it's really good oil. And so that's it. Just a dime or nickel amount of oil on there. I'm just going to put it all over this candle. And this is just Blue Lotus oil. One of my favorites. Really good for opening things up. And that's just a petal right there. You know, it's not beautiful. It sure smells good. And there you have it. You don't want to put a bunch of herbs on your reading candles. That's something I see people do all the time. That is going to interfere with your reading, okay? So now I'm going to put a little bit of wax right here. We're going to melt this down on the bottom a little bit. I did just put a bunch of oil on there, so it's going to have an issue. Now I'm going to take some oil from this candle. Just pour it on there. Gotta be quick because it's cold out here. Get it as straight as you can. You don't want it to be crooked. Straight as you can get it. Okay, so now you're going to tell the candle. This is the front. This is the back. This is the left and this is the right. And then you're going to want to say, you know, you can write whatever you want. You can say it however you want. I'm going to be calling on the spirit guides of her, of my client, to come forth and do this reading and tell me. And I'm going to command them because I'm kind of bitchy with guides and ancestors of other people because I'm the boss and I want them to do what I say. I used to be really respectful to them, but it doesn't matter how respectful I am. They're never happy to see me. They're always like, oh gosh, it's her again, you know, kind of thing. Because they have to do what I say. So they don't like it. Sometimes it's cool, but they're not crazy about witches. It's just the way it is. They still have to obey me. So I call upon the ancestors of, and I command you to do this reading for me. I command you to tell me if she is cursed, if anyone is putting spell work on her other than her self-improvement poppet that I have here. Anyone doing any type of harmful, baneful magic upon her, if there are spirits around her in her home that want to cause her harm, if there is anything bothering her from the past, present, or future, or anything, I want you to tell me. Answer me in this candle. This is the front, this is the back, this is the left, this is the right. And then, after you've done this, you have to watch this candle burn. And it will tell you. And I will tell you, I'm going to do another video later when this starts burning down. Then I'll do a part 2 of this and tell you guys what it means, what the spikes mean, what this and that means. And yes, this is a small candle, but it's the perfect size because you don't need it to burn for 3 fucking days. You want your reading and you want it now. So you don't want to have to babysit a candle for days, right? This is going to burn for probably 2 hours. And all the drips matter. The puddles matter. Where it pours out, where, you know, everything matters. So don't use dripless candles, people. I know that's like common sense, but I have people all the time sending me pictures of their candles and this and that. What does this mean? What does that mean? And I'm like, well, is that a reading candle? Because is it dripless? You can't use a dripless candle. You have to use just a regular wax. Just regular wax works great. And it doesn't need to have a color. White is perfect. You want a good, clean read. It's not a cursed candle. It's not anything. Sometimes during the readings, I will drip oil on them. I will break things off when it shows. If it shows me a curse on her on this candle, I will drip a specific oil, probably Belial's oil, on it, and then I'll cut it off with my athame. And I'll command it to be removed. These are things that you learn with experience. Not everyone can do that. You have to be really specific and know how to deal with it. When you break it off, where's it going to go? You got to know how to handle those types of things. But this is a good client. She's been a client of mine for many years. If I see a curse on here, I will cut it off and send it back to where it came. And I will use Belial's oil to do that. She has been through a lot and is seeing a lot of spirits around her house and things like that. So I want to know where they're coming from, who sent them, and everything. So it's going to tell me if it's one person, two person, three person, if it's someone from her past, present, or future, if they're putting sickness on her, if they're trying to affect her money or anything. If it's a generational curse, if it's a past life curse, it's going to tell me all of that. Candle readings are really good for that. And they give you a lot of information if you know what you're doing. Anyways, so I'm going to get this started, and then I will do a part 2 video, and we'll get into what the drippings mean and things like that, okay? Peace out.